我觉得每一个人如果可以就是诚实自在，就给别人一个榜样，所以你可能不觉得怎么样，但就算你现在你对你旁边的影响力其实都是鼓励大家可以大方的做自己，不管你的身份是什么。差不多那个时候，这已经感受到一点，不排除看有，因为我们已经有3个小孩，毛小孩，可以再多一些。
在我们的婚礼上，我们交换了彼此的承诺。那一刻，所有的爱与期待都凝聚在我们之间。在80亿人中找到那个对的人，就像寻找一枚独特的戒指。我们花了很多时间找寻这样一对能代表我们爱情的戒指。最终，我们在 Alex 雅丽诗找到了他们。他们提供了高品质的戒指，用心制作每一个细节，确保每一对戒指都独一无二。就像我们的感情，我们发现戒指不仅仅是饰品，还提醒着我们给彼此的承诺。从选择设计到最终制作，确保每一个细节都完美无缺，让我们在婚礼当天感受到真正的特别。
嗨，我的老婆，从我们第一次见面，你就把我的世界变成一部喜剧片，我爱上了这电影里面的每一幕。你改写了我的人生，从不婚主义者到结婚，甚至还有婚礼。你是我生命中最美的惊喜，也是我最好的朋友，灵魂伴侣。我们经历了风风雨雨，从1只猫咪养到3只猫咪，让我更确定我想要跟你走一辈子。我会像咖啡一样，让你每天清晨都充满活力；像冰淇淋一样，让你每天都感到甜蜜。更重要的是，像披萨一样，让你想到我就饿。今天我在所有的亲朋好友面前向你承诺，我会永远珍惜你，支持你的梦想，并与你创造一起更多的回忆。最后谢谢你这么有眼光，在80亿人中选了我，让我成为你的另一半。我爱你，郑彩希。今天、明天、未来的每一天、每一分、每一秒。
I'm actually a really creative person, but I didn't have much courage in the beginning. So I ended up having a lot of pictures and videos just on my phone. One day I've met my friend Lucas, and he's a YouTuber. I've talked to him and he encouraged me to share some stuff. Like, at least try. That's when I started to make YouTube videos. And I even bought a new phone for that. I had so much fun that I asked my wife to join me. And I really loved it. Even to work with her was like the best time of my life. So, not much after that, I think, I started to ask you to make shorts with me. Mm-hmm. And we reached so many people, and it always felt like our videos give the message, we are like you. Like, we're just an ordinary couple, we are not like that different. Mm-hmm. So we kept sharing stuff, always with the message, we love animals, we love each other, mm-hmm. we are friends, we are family, we are, I don't know. And now I think, if you see our videos, nobody can be angry at gays anymore, because if you see them that cute and that lovely, how can you be mad?
Alright, I started my career as an actor at a young age, when I was around 13. At that time, public also started to take interest in me and my private life. But I was never really afraid to let people know who I really am. So even when I come out, it wasn't that I worry about criticism. I thought letting everyone know make it easier to find a girlfriend. Even though I was young, I was well aware that homosexuality in Taiwan was highly criticized. I don't really like being the center of attention, but at that time, coming out felt like it could help a lot of people. And today, I never really realized that I do share a lot of my life, not for myself alone, but also because it felt right to reach other people. When my wife asked me to make short videos, I was very excited. We both have good ideas and we combined them. The video we created reached a lot of people. I think the video we do always give the message that we're just a couple, funny, loving, caring, just like the others. Not even making money. It's as much as fun, sharing joy and happiness.
Oh, okay, you talk that well. It's almost like I wrote the script for you. What are your experiences about being in the LGBTQA community in Taiwan, Asia? Do you think there's a difference between Taiwan and Germany?
I don't know the German community as well as my own, but what I see from my wife that there are differences at first. For the Taiwanese lesbian community, we used to have a lot of labeling, like the most common was T and P and I don't know, tomboy and female. That's something they don't really have in Germany, as they seem to be more open about it. It never felt like they're hiding.
It was the same for me. I also thought Taiwan was different at first. I was a little bit confused. People have that kind of labeling or labeled even themselves like PT or 0 and 1 for male.
Yeah.
We don't have that in Germany, and it was very confusing at first. Also, I think the older generation is more likely to be afraid to come out the closet.
True.
But I see a lot of shifting. Like now the young generation is more likely to come out and be more open-minded about themselves and don't hide that much anymore. Also, I feel like in Taiwan, it doesn't matter where I'm saying I have a wife. It never slides. It doesn't matter where I say I have a wife. It never seems to bother them. I even had more bad experience in Germany than I had in Taiwan. I actually mostly don't care what other people think about me or what I do. So when I went to work at a TV station where I wanted to tell a story about me and my wife, they stopped me and said that I shouldn't say wife, I should say husband. And I was so mad that I almost left. And then you've told me that I shouldn't do that. And I should just change the way I say. So I said, okay, the love of my life instead of my wife, which actually means the same thing, right? And even thought it isn't a big deal, right? But it still bothers me a lot. So if I have to give an advice, it takes time for changes, I think. And I know Taiwan is already doing really great, but if you try to force it, it's always the opposite how it ends. I think the best thing you can do is take it with humor and give a little bit time. Don't stop there. Even if people are against you, try to, not to convince them, but try to be yourself and convince them that you are good with that. And why should they think different about that? If you feel good about it, they can feel good about that too.
Well said. I think I was lucky most of the time, but even I had some weird experiences. For example, I was casted for a role and had to meet the directors and producers. At the interview, they suddenly asked me whether or not I'm homosexual. Which made me offended, of course. What does it matter, right? Even though it might cost the role, it was more important to stand up for myself and everyone else. I just said, I'm myself and a professional actor at work. How does it matter? Or once meeting another director, I had to listen they say how eating fried stuff like KFC, McDonald's make you gay. How ridiculous.
Taiwan is the first Asian country that said yes to marriage equality. And it is not without its challenges.
I've been to other countries and also lived in the USA for some time, and I experienced culture differences firsthand. Taiwan really cares about freedom, and even though we sometimes don't like it at first, we get used to changes very fast, not like other countries who struggle with new things. Struggle. German, for example, don't even dare to try new food.
That's true.
After all, Taiwan is underestimated. We are developing faster in many fields than our neighbors.
Yeah.
And we can be proud of us living in harmony with each other. It's to the point
that all the foreigners I met are fascinated by Taiwan. In Taiwan, after all, we are very kind and accepting each other. And I hope other countries can see that, maybe start to share the same idea with us.
I think everyone is seeing that as well, really. As you said, I also think Taiwan is a really fast developing place, right from the beginning when I came here. Yes, there were many people against same-sex marriage at the beginning, I think. But I saw them changing really fast. And I think also that's because they saw that this new law doesn't change anything for them. It doesn't hurt them. Everything goes well. And seeing that there are no changes, I think also made them at ease. Also, same-sex marriage gained national-wide attention. And a lot of people were really happy that they now got seen for something really good. They never got so many positive feedback around the world for that. And so from a foreigner perspective, we call Taiwanese pioneers. Pioneers. I don't know how to say that, but it's something really good.
Pioneers.
I really hope that others see how happy Taiwanese are now, with more freedom, more love to share, and see that as an example of how good you can do it if you, how great you can live with each other if you're just a little bit more accepting. And yeah, I think every foreigner that does come here is really impressed by that, by this kind of mentality. I hope other countries in Asia sees this as a good example, yeah.
Hopefully.
I think they do.
I think if we're just kind to each other, it solves most problem itself. But right now, people maybe still struggle. After all, the past is not so far away. If you meet someone who is from the other side, it's okay to be curious at first. Just remember, be curious because you want to understand each other as friends.
Wow, that's said really well. It seems like a big question for an answer that is so simple. After all, you and me, we are humans. And if you have that in mind, that we're not different, we have a beating heart, a lung to breathe, skin to feel, there is nothing different. So live by that.
Are there anything you want to share with your fans?
If you struggle now, it's okay to ask for help. Being yourself is something we all have to learn at some point. Being yourself doesn't come with a guidebook, so doesn't stress yourself too much and take it step by step. After all, you are not alone. You have Jin and me.
Yeah, I agree with my wife. Together we're stronger. Love you.
Love you.
Yay!